na tinitingnan niya, sabong.
Hindi, pwede naman siya
Sabi
mag-Instagram.
may nag-forward. Ano ba yung sinabi sa kanya? Anong excuse niya? May nag-forward.
May nag-forward. Tapos yung link, tapos pinindot niya, yun yung lumabas.
The thing is kasi ang daming angulo nung kumuha. So I think more than
How
one
long?
person
Yeah.
saw.
Okay.
Yeah,
At saka,
yun,
talaga ba?
mahirap pa. Sana mag-online shopping na lang.
Ang importante, he already, what do you call this? He already accepted the apology daw of those who took the photos.
Kasalanan pa nung
He has forgiven
He has
them.
forgiven.
Yun na nga,
Pinatawad
tawa-tawa,
niya.
no?
Pwede siyang tularan doon. Napaka-forgiving.
Kasi ba't nyo pa binidyo tuloy? Oh, yan,
No, marami naman talaga nagsa-cellphone while Congress is in session eh.
Yes.
Pero I guess answering
Wala namang
messages
kumuha dun sa
or
taong, di ba, nag-text lang. Walang kumuha dun sa taong nag-shopping
Or baka may
lang.
nanonood ng Gilas Filipinas or may nanonood ng
Or
laban
siguro
ng ganito.
parang klase rin din dapat.
Ha?
Let your aide or assistant hold your cell phone and you parang class.
Parang
Hindi rin allowed.
Kailangan nila
What do you
ng
think?
principal dun.
Kaso ang haba naman talaga ng voting.
Mahaba talaga.
Mahaba talaga. Parang 3 hours.
Oh, hindi mahaba talaga. Tama. Pwede, no? Yung kunyari katabi mo, pahawak mo, tapos makinood ka na lang.
Oo.
Tapos,
Hindi siya naman yung napahaba.
sorry. Tinuruan pa eh. But thank you. It's already 8:33. Great show as always. Bakit? Ba't ka natawa?
It was
On average.
8:30 when we said goodbye, but our conversation took long. Don't talk to us na.
Oh, we forgive you. We're forgiving. We're forgiving.
No, we forgive you for chatting with us.
Yeah.
Kasalanan nyo.
Ayaw niya talaga tayo paalisin!
Patay ako doon, wala akong laban doon. Pag sinabi niya kasalanan ko, ikaw na. Ikaw na ang lumaban.
Okay na.
Okay na. Thank you once again to Cez Vilon, Sean Yao, Pauline Versosa. Great show as always, The Big Story. And on our show, we've got updates check on Gilas Filipinas. A check also on the PBL on tour.
And a conversation with Pinoy boxer Mark Magsayo after his win in the
Magnifico.
Manny Pacquiao undercard earlier this month.
Pack show on a Wednesday. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves it. Puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, stopping another one. Bacunas rejecting Estevo for the
Let's start things off with Gilas Filipinas as they leave for Jeddah, Saudi Arabia tonight with less than a week to go before the FIBA Asia Cup. The national men's basketball team barely had time to rest ahead of the 10-hour trip. They held one last practice here at home earlier today. Gilas looks to improve on their 9th place finish in the Continental Tournament. The Philippines had won the tournament 5 times, but the last one came 4 decades ago in 1985. Gilas will kick off its campaign on August 6 when they take on Chinese Taipei. The Philippines' other opponents in Group D include New Zealand and Iraq. The Gilas roster, as you can see on your screens right now, is composed of naturalized player Justin Brownlee, along with Scotty Thompson, CJ Perez, Chris Newsom, Dwight Ramos, Jamie Malonzo, Carl Tamayo, Kevin Kiambao, Calvin Oftana, AJ Edu, Junmar Fajardo, and Japet Aguilar. New inclusions to the Gilas pool include RJ Abarrientos and Troy Rosario.
The Southeast Asian Games may still be a few months away, but Gilas already has a new head coach lined up for the regional meet. The Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas tapped Norman Black to call the shots for the national men's basketball team. That's because current Gilas mentor Tim Cone will likely be unavailable for the SEA Games, which will run from December 9 to December 20 in Bangkok, Thailand. By that time, Coach Tim will have his hands full in the PBA with the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. But the veteran mentor will still lead Gilas in the FIBA World Cup 2027 Asian qualifiers, scheduled to run from November 24 to December 2. Black currently serves as SBP's head of player identification and development. He's also won a gold medal in the SEA Games back in 2011.
Meanwhile, QMB Quentin Millora-Brown isn't giving up on his dream to play for Gilas Filipinas, but as a local player. The former UP Fighting Maroon revealed that his lawyers have filed an appeal to FIBA to reconsider his status as a naturalized player. Millora-Brown said he's hopeful for a positive outcome soon. QMB got a taste of Gilas action Wednesday night when he played for the opposing team, the Macau Black Bears. The Philippine team ended up winning the send-off 103-98. QMB finished with 6 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals in 21 minutes of play.
What an amazing environment, as I've said. Like, I love playing here. Just such an amazing crowd, such an amazing, feel to playing in Araneta. So much history, so much that's been done here. Every time I get to play here, it's just, I get so excited, Before the game, I just had the jitters. I was so excited to play in front of the Philippines again. They gave me the naturalized status. It's been appealed. The lawyers told me we have a pretty strong position, so we're hopeful that we'll get FIBA to change their decision from naturalized to local, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, we don't control what they say, but we're hopeful. I feel really confident, but, again, I can't really speak to it. I'm not a lawyer. I don't really, I don't know all the details about the case, but they tell me it's a strong position, and I feel comfortable with that from them. After the game, Coach Cohn and I talked a little bit, and he was like, if we can get that done, it would be amazing. So we'll see what happens. After this, the plan is to go over to Europe. So after my contract's up at the end of the month, we'll look at signing the next one. But I can't really speak on that yet because this contract isn't quite done yet.
In other basketball news, Renz Abando returns to familiar territory. The 27-year-old high flyer is back in the Korean Basketball League after re-signing with his former team, the Anyang Jungkwanjang Red Boosters. Abando previously played for 2 seasons for Anyang, helping the team win the KBL crown in 2023. During that time, he averaged 8 points, almost 3 rebounds, and 1 assist per contest. In his sophomore campaign with the Red Boosters, the 6'2" swingman was plagued with injuries and played only 30 games. Since then, the former NCAA MVP spent his time recovering and regaining his top form. He was even shortlisted by Gilas Filipinas for the upcoming FIBA Asia Cup, but was unable to make the final roster. Abando last saw action with Strong Group Athletics Philippines when they won the 2025 William Jones Cup.
From the hard court, let's move on to the Tiger Flex as the Petrogas Angels back in the win column to end the PVL On Tour preliminaries. The Angels rallied past the skidding Choco Mucho Flying Titans in 4 sets, 20-25, 25-19, 26-24, and 25-17. Myla Pablo powered Petrogas' offensive with 23 points on 19 attacks, 3 blocks, and an ace to go along with 16 excellent receptions. Regardless of the result, both teams will move on to the knockout phase, though, for a chance to enter the quarterfinals. This is the Angels' first win since head coach Koji Susurabarra's sudden exit from the team, giving Brian Esquivel a victorious start as the interim head coach.
The preliminary round of the PVL On Tour has come to a close, and the top 2 teams from each pool have claimed the first 4 spots in the quarterfinals. In Pool A, the PLDT high-speed hitters are the top seeds with a perfect 5-0 record. Behind them are the next-led Chameleons, who are at 4-1. Playing in the knockout round are the Farm Fresh Foxies, Petrogas Angels, Choco Mucho Flying Titans, and Galleries Tower High Risers. In Pool B, the Signal HD Spikers took the top spot, and just making it to the quarterfinals are the Creamline Cool Smashers, who have the edge on points over the Cherry Tigo Crossovers and Zeus Coffee Thunderbells. Rounding out the standings are the Akari Chargers and the Capital One Solar Spikers. Coming up, a conversation with Filipino boxer Mark Magsayo. What's next for him after winning his super featherweight bout against Jorge Mata? That's next here on Play by Play.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play only on One News. The Philippine Tennis Association, or PTA, is keeping its fingers crossed, hoping that Alex Ayala can represent the country in the upcoming Southeast Asian Games, or SEA Games. Philtech Executive Director Tonette Mendoza spoke at the recent Philippine Sports Writers Association Forum and expressed the governing body's longing for Ayala's participation. But Mendoza did admit that it will all depend on the 20-year-old tennis sensation's very busy schedule with the WTA Tour. It's been quite the season so far for Alex. She saw her ranking rise to a career high, world number 56, and even made her debut in the main draws of Grand Slam tournaments. Ayala is a 3-time SEA Games bronze medalist. She is currently preparing for the upcoming U.S. Open happening next month.
Filipino boxer Mark Magsayo has a chance at a world title after beating Jorge Mata for the WBC Continental America's super featherweight belt. The victory came a couple of weeks ago in the undercard of the Manny Pacquiao-Mario Barrios fight. I spoke to Magsayo about his journey, what's next, and his secret weapon.
Una-una yung laban namin kay ang pangalawang talo kay Figueroa. Napakalaki talaga ng impact sa akin sa boxing career ko yun kasi sunod-sunod yung talo ko. So, pinagbutihan namin na umakyat na sa super featherweight kasi hindi ko na talaga kaya yung 126. Sobrang nanghina ako doon sa kakakuha ng timbang. So, nung umakyat kami ng 130, doon talaga nasubukan na mas malakas pala ako sa 130. Kaya doon kami nag-focus sa timbang namin na i-maintain.
Tapos ito na nga, dire-diretso na. 4 straight matches yung napanalunan mo ever since you moved up to super featherweight. So ano yung mga adjustments sa training regimen mo that made the biggest difference for you na naging mas komportable ka na sa 130?
Una-una yung coaches ko, si Coach Marvin na yung coach ko, pukusan namin pansin yung stamina namin, yung bodega namin, yung footwork namin, tsaka yung power dinala namin sa super featherweight. So sobrang thankful ako sa mga coaches ko kasi mas lalo lang pina-improve yung style ko.
Ito naman, during the match, yung commentator, sila Bernardo Osuna tsaka si Abner Mares, yung isang commentary nila, they mentioned na you came out showing maturity, polish, and intent compared to yung aggressiveness, athleticism, tsaka yung explosion mo in the past. Is it something that you agree with? Is it something na parang conscious effort on your part or dala na rin to ng pagtanda mo sa sport mismo?
Dahil lang po yun sa coaches ko kasi more on natutukan namin yung power ko, yung movement ko, yung fast ko, yung stamina ko kasi yun talaga pinag-trainingan talaga ni coach yung stamina ko kasi kahit gano pa katagal yung round, 10 rounds, 12 rounds pa yan. Kaya kailangan makapag-sustain kami ng stamina namin. Tsaka hindi lahat ng kalaban kasi na-knockout ng isang suntok lang eh. So pinagfokusan namin yung style namin na every round win the fight. Not all the fight kayang i-knock out.
Nakatraining mo si Manny Pacquiao sa Wildcard Gym. And ever since naman very vocal ka, na-inspire ka na pumasok sa boxing dahil kay Manny Pacquiao. Ano yung pinaka-valuable lessons na nakuha mo during your time with him or ano yung napansin mo kay Manny nung nakasama mo siya mag-train sa Wildcard?
Una-una, lagi namin nakakasama ko si Senator Kuya Manny sa tumatakbo papunta ng Griffith Park at lagi niyang sinasabi sa amin na work hard, focus palagi sa laban, kailangan panalo palagi at pray and di ko pa rin maiisip na makakasama ako sa mga training camp niya, sa jogging niya. Dati pag may laban siya, nakikinood lang kami ng TV sa kapitbahay namin sa bintana pa. So ngayon, di ko pa rin sobrang happy ako, sobrang thankful ako na nakakasama ko siya sa training camp tsaka sa pangalawang laban ko na sa kanya sa undercard.
Binigyan ka bang problema ni Mata when it came to executing yung game plan ninyo mismo?
Unang-una, nung laban namin ang pinagtinihan talaga namin yung style niya. Sabi na coach na easy target lang pero kuma-counter siya. So, yung pinagtinihan namin, lumabas naman dun sa taas ng ring at napakita namin lahat-lahat. Pero sobrang tibay lang talaga ni Mata. Kaya niyang tanggapin yung mga power ko, yung mga punches ko, kaya niyang tanggapin. Kaya pinapokusan namin, ang focus talaga namin hanggang 10 rounds. Pero kung maabot yung na opportunity na kayang i-knock out namin, pwede namin follow-upan. So, nag-focus kami dun sa win every round. Tsaka yung ipakita namin yung kung anong pinagtrainingan namin sa gym at lumabas naman po. Kaya pasensya na sa mga taong nag-aabang sa mga knockout. Hindi talaga lahat ng opponent kayang knockoutin.
Pinag-usapan din natin si Frances, your wife, and lahat ng mga ginagawa niya to help you prepare for your fights, including yung sinasabayan ka pa niya mag-diet para hindi ka mahirapan na nakikita mo siya kumakain. Gusto niya sinasabayan ka rin niya. Is it still the same now?
Sinasabayan pa rin niya ako, tapos siya pa rin siya gumagawa ng lahat ng meal plan ko. Tsaka nag-evolve siya ngayon kasi nag-aral siya sa Stanford, tsaka nakagraduate siya. So,
Wow!
ang dami niyang natutunan doon at ina-apply niya lahat sa akin. So, sobrang thankful ako na nandyan yung wife ko palagi. At yung mga pinapakain niya sa akin, alam niya kung pinapakain sa akin tama ba at mali. So, doon ako na sobrang thankful sa kanya kasi binibigyan niya sa akin lahat ng mga yun.
Grabe, galing talaga ni Frances. Okay, ito naman. We saw so many big moments sa fight niyo. Ayun na nga, yung right uppercut mo sa fight niyo sa fight with Mata na dumugo yung ilong niya. Tapos pagka-start ng 10th round, sunod-sunod yung mga combos mo. Pero syempre may mga moments din si Mata na nahanap niya, naka-counter siya sa'yo. Pero before the bell even rang in the 10th round, inangat mo na yung arms mo eh. So at what point sa laban, yung alam mo na na panalo ka na?
Nung pagkatapos ng round 3, doon alam ko kuha ko na siya. Sabi ko kuha ko na to. Akala ko man-knockout ko siya ng mga round 4, round 6, ganun. Kaso sobrang tibay lang talaga ni Mata. Pinagtrainingan niya talaga ako, pinagandaan niya ako. Yung mga suntok ko, mga 4-5, may counter siya, natatamaan ako. So, sabi ni Coach Marvin sa akin every round, Mark, combination, use your footwork, at focus lang, maintain, win every round. That's it.
Nung lumayo kayo sa camera, may sinabi ka rin ulit sa kanya, tapos natawa siya, yinakap ka eh. He put his arm around you. Ano yung sinabi mo sa kanya nun?
Sinabi ko sa kanya noon na puwerte, sobrang lakas niya, at marami pa siyang may biktimang kalaban, sabi ko.
Okay.
Kaya sabi niya na, oh, gracias. At saka
Okay, so-
pagkatapos nun, nag-uusap kami sa dressing room. Nagpasalamat ako sa magandang laban na binigay niya. Nagpasalamat ako sa buong team niya.
Paano natin mapapanatiling buhay ang culture ng boxing sa Pilipinas?
Unang-una, pasalamat talaga tayo na bumalik si Kuya Manny sa taas ng ring. Kasi siya yung nagbigay ng daan sa lahat ng mga Filipino fighters na lumaban sa US. So parang nabuhay lahat yung Philippine boxing dahil sa kanya. So pagpatuloy natin yung pagbigay ng karangalan sa Pilipinas, kami mga Filipino fighters na lumalaban, ibandera namin ng iwagayway namin sa buong mundo ang bandera ng Pilipinas at magbigay ng karangalan. Kaya tuloy-tuloy lang palaging laban at panalo.
Meron si Michael Magnesi na kailangan yatang daanan bago dumating kay O'Shockey Foster. Ito na ba ang susunod para kay Mark Magsayo?
Yung paparating laban is under negotiation na, hindi pa pwedeng sabihin sa media. So under negotiation na, magandang laban to. For sure, world title fight na. Kung sinong iharap sa akin, lalaban tayo kasi yun yung trabaho natin, lumaban sa taas ng ring at labanan kung sinong dapat labanan.
Okay, last na Mark, message sa lahat ng Filipino fans na nag-cheer para sa'yo, na sumuporta sa'yo.
Unang-una, salamat tayo sa Panginoong Diyos na binigay tayong lakas. At sa mga Filipino fans natin dyan na sa Pilipinas at sa buong mundo dito sa buong US, thankful ako kasi sinuportahan mo kaming lahat sa yung laban namin noong July 19 at sana'y nag-enjoy kayo lahat. At shout out sa mga Magsayo family.
Coming up, LA Tenorio is making the big move to head coach of the Magnolia Hotshots. What does his longtime teammate Justin Brownlee think about the change? Find out when Play-by-Play returns here on One News.
Welcome back to Play-by-Play only here on One News. Time for the highlight reel. We've got some of the best plays for you of the PBL on tour preliminary round. Roll it right away. This long rally between Zeus and Cherry Tigo. Woo, this was really exciting in the fifth set. Zeus up 14-6. They can close things out. But look at Cherry Tigo keeping it alive. There's the free ball. Mondoñedo sets it up. Minor, no. Popped up there. Back to Cherry Tigo. And then Gonzaga wanted to end it. Free ball again, this time for Zeus Coffee. And Cloan Mondoñedo, the former Lady Blazer, goes to the veteran Jovelyn Gonzaga, closing things out for the down-the-line attack. What a rally, what a game, what a treat for the PBL fans. Take a look again. Whew! Well, props though. It was a great effort to try to save that ball. It was the last point, match point, but Mondoñedo, Gonzaga had other things in mind. Cherry Tigo, props to you guys. Great effort, especially in that fifth set in that long rally. Final score here, 19-25, 25-22, 18-25, 25-19, and there, as you can see, 15-6 in favor of the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells. Both teams will move on to the knockout phase for a chance to enter the quarterfinals. Okay, this time, let's go to another rally. Ito naman, Farm Fresh Foxies, Galleries Tower, High Risers. Okay, take a look at that attack from Galleries. Farm Fresh gets it. And then that drop ball, that was a great drop ball. It may pahag. Mas maganda yung hug after. By the way, that was Jolina de la Cruz. But take a look at her coach after that drop. And her coach, sabi niya, halika nga, pahag. Sabi pa nga ng mga netizens, aba, hindi lang si Jolina yung nakascore, pati daw si coach. But kidding aside, it was a great moment there for Farm Fresh. And also, of course, Jolina de la Cruz there with that point. By the way, Farm Fresh wins this match straight sets though, 27-25, 25-17, and 25-18. Both teams also in the knockout phase of the preseason tournament. Okay, next, let's go. Cherry Tigo and Akari here. And look at that, ang bilis. It was a service ace, winning ace from rookie Jean Soreño there. And look at Cherry Tigo, very happy there. Nabor, of course, and company, happy after that. Take a look at that. Ooh, with the help of the net, too, for Jean Soreño. Final score, Cherry Tigo winning in 5 sets here. It was also a great match for the PBL on tour. 24-26, 25-19, 25-16, 23-25, and 15-10. Cherry Tigo and Akari, likewise, in the knockouts as well. Okay, now let's move on to the squads na pasok na sa quarterfinals. Start with PLDT against Nextlen. And Mika Reyes, the former Taft Tower. Look at that swag by Mika. Back-to-back points then actually from Mika. Before that one, di na natin nakita. But it was that dump from Mika. Naging regalo. Sabi nga ng PBL commentator here, was Sev Sarmenta, who said, nako, regalo, na over-receive. And then it ended up with Mika PLDT there with a point. They won the match via dominant 25-11, 25-17, and 25-20. It was a sweep. High-speed hitters are the top seeds of Pool A heading into the quarters. The Nextlen Chameleons likewise through as the number 2 seed. Okay, this was a great match and great win here for punta tayo sa last play natin. Roll it, signaling Cream Line. Take a look at the score. Match point here. Cream Line tried to stay alive, but Signal had other things in mind. And it was Ishilalong Isip's game winner. And look at the crowd go crazy. And look at Signal celebrating after that Lalong Isip cross-court attack for the win. And the ball sails out. Final score 25-22, 25-18, 28-26. By the way, a little bit of trivia to before we go. This was the HD Spikers' first win against the Cool Smashers since the 2022 Reinforced Conference Semis. Ganun nakatagal. 3 years in the making, and Signal finally beating Creamline in straight sets too, by the way. And through to the quarterfinals na after finishing as the top 2 in Pool B. Both teams yan. So it will be a fun playoffs for the PVL. Abangan natin yan. And that's it for today. I'm sure all volleyball fans happy, PVL fans happy, and excited for the quarterfinals. Check on to you.
And before we go, after 19 years as a player in the PBA, LA Tenorio is set to become the new head coach of the Magnolia Hotshots. And his longtime Ginebra teammate Justin Brownlee is already a fan. Of course, the two have played with each other for years and have won multiple titles with the Gin Kings. Here's Brownlee giving his former teammate a vote of confidence. JB also talks about the possibility of LA becoming a playing coach since Latiniente has yet to officially say whether he's already retired as a player.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it, but man, if you know, LA, like I said earlier, somebody told me about the news, and I was like, man, to be honest, my 9 years in the Philippines playing for Ginebra, I feel like he's been like my second coach, you know, like on the floor with, you know, obviously Coach Tim and the whole coaching staff, but LA has been a coach, you know, ever since I've been here. You know, it's moniker is the general for a reason, and yeah, I wish him nothing but the best. So it's almost it's like a bittersweet type of feeling. You know, obviously Magnolia is probably Ginebra's biggest rival. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the Manila Classico is going to be like, you know, and seeing LA on the other side. But I'm definitely happy for him, and I know he's going to be a great coach, and he's going to do a great job over there. Obviously, you know, you've seen what he did in the playoffs, I think, about a few weeks ago. You see it right there. He still got a game, and he still got a lot, you know, that he can give, I feel like. So I'm not sure how a coach and playing, I know that could be maybe a little difficult, but I know if anybody can do it, I'm sure he can do it because, like I said earlier, I feel like he's been doing that his whole career anyway.
That's nice to hear from Justin Brownlee. Two of them very, very, very close. But again, it's maganda panoorin kasi nga LA, kumbaga iconic na sa Ginebra, and then will be coaching Magnolia.
Don't know how Manila Classico is gonna go.
Diba? Tapos it's the student against the masters, former coach he won championships with, Coach Tim Cone, and LA of course learning. Kumbaga ang ganda nun kasi alam niya yung mga sets, mga plays na niraran ng Ginebra. That will be interesting to watch as well. Okay, that's all from us tonight, but you can catch us again tomorrow, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Filipinas Live.
Mondre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litten-Calao. Thank you for watching. Good night.